So we get to the question of what does it mean to know the truth? What does it mean to tell the truth? And that gets very risky. Because to know the truth is first to sink through what's been denied as the truth. And to be willing to tell the truth is to risk losing everything. And when you've actually made a choice to be committed to the truth, then the truth is a ruthless master. That commitment will expose every aspect of hiding and the justification of that hiding, usually being protecting somebody. Not protecting yourself, of course. Oh, no, protecting somebody. Familiar? Well, if it's not, then it takes some deeper looking. Because as a human species, we are trained to lie. Lie is a major part of survival. And chimpanzees lie, and probably ants lie, and certainly gods lie. But as human beings who are actually committing to discover the truth that is not a dualistic truth, absolute and relative, but the complete truth, where absolute and relative are the same, then there must be a ruthless examination of where am I lying. So for many people, there's a recognition I'm lying. And it's okay, so I'll see where am I lying. Oh, I see where I'm lying. I don't like you. And that's the truth. And that's where it stops. But that's a very superficial truth. That one you can toss away and you don't even have to tell. It is so superficial. Because under that truth, I don't like you, there's a deeper truth that has much more to do with you than that person you don't like. The I don't like you, while you may be afraid to say that because of what could happen, really has nothing to do with you. It has to do with them. Right? If you're willing to tell the deeper truth, you can actually get at what is it, the energy in this other person that's threatening to you, that triggers something in you, that reminds you of something, that keeps you lying in some way that you're protecting yourself. And in that, then, we get back to this space of what we're trying to avoid, which may be any number of things. Fear, worthlessness, unlovability, incompetence, fraudulence, whatever it is we're denying. We get back to that space, and it is that space itself that is the conduit for discovering the deepest truth. Because everyone feels worthless to some degree, except those who feel superior, and that's a worthless feeling. So you can count that as worthless. So, worthlessness. This worthlessness then is avoided by lying in any number of ways, making yourself look like you're worth something, acting like you're worth something, or learning to dramatize the worthlessness, or seek support and help in your worthlessness. But what's being avoided is actually experiencing worthlessness. Real worthlessness. Not worth anything. So that all the lies that have been told to yourself or to others are just uncovered. And you are left with this raw, ugly, unlovable, worthless thing. And that's where the deeper truth can be told. If you stop there, I am this raw, worthless, unlovable thing, then that's intolerable. So you begin lying on top of it, or you go to a class that will give you some good affirmations, or you'll go to a makeover group, or you'll get your colors done, or learn how to walk, and that's all fine. That's all just part of animal behavior too. But regarding telling the truth, until that seemingly essential worthlessness is met and experienced all the way, you cannot know the absolute truth of who you are. You may have glimpses of it in moments of grace or moments in nature or in meditation, so that reveal that. But that can't be alive, a living presence in you, until you are willing to tell the truth all the way down to where that simply exists as who you are. Not exist as something you've learned you are, or hope you are, or written out 100 times you are. I am worth something, I am God's child, I am worth love, I deserve. That works for a while. It's kind of a trance. You know, you can put yourself into trance. Trance is very useful. But when we're speaking about really realizing the truth of yourself, then what has to be faced is what you think the truth of yourself is. And what has to be faced before that is how you have lied to yourself to cover what you think the truth of yourself is. You follow that? So part of our conversation, well, all of our conversation really, is about telling the truth. Telling the truth about what you want. What do you really want? Well, you want freedom or you want enlightenment. Really? Really? Tell the truth. If you tell the deeper truth, it's really what will freedom and enlightenment give you. Oh, well, it will give me respect or lovability or fame or eternal happiness or power or relief from the suffering of the world. So that's what you actually want, deeper than you want enlightenment. And then we get to like, oh my God, that's what I want more than I want enlightenment. I want fame more than I want enlightenment. That's not a pretty truth. But it's a very necessary truth. And it's not the end. But then if you're willing to tell the truth about what is it fame will give you, then you get to actually what's underneath that. Well, everybody will love me. Or everybody will give me money. Or people will finally see who I am and give me what I want. And if you tell the truth about that, what will that give you? Then you can start to actually get too close to what is it the essential yearning really is. If you're lucky, if there is an essential yearning. Many people stop with fame, just as many people stop with, I don't like you, that's the truth. Goodbye. But if you're willing to tell the truth all the way down to the depths, if you're willing to be shocked by what it is you really want, if you're willing to be laid bare by what it is your life is really about, where your attention really is in the name of enlightenment, or in the name of God, or in the name of peace, be willing to be humiliated and humbled by really what the mechanism is that's running here, then you have an opportunity to meet the abyss, the huge hole that all your life you have been running to avoid. The intimation that really you're worse than worthless. You're nothing at all. You are nothing at all. And everything about you as something has been a lie. Your identity, whatever it may be, based on your body, or your intellect, or your emotional depth, or your spiritual attainment, is a lie. When you get down to this abyss, you are nothing. And this is where, in the past, 99.9% have then fled back, up to the top. recognition and then back into the lie, because the lie is more comfortable. The lie has more hope, has more promise. But if you are sincere in your intention to really know the truth, whatever that might be, and if that knowing of the truth gives you nothing, no fame, no recognition, no happiness, no release, no universal love, just it gives you itself. If you want the truth that badly, then you're willing actually to fall into that abyss, to meet that abyss with your full attention, to meet the truth that you are nothing. And this is a great revelation. The extraordinary report that everyone who has met that abyss, including myself, brings back to tell you is that that abyss, that nothingness that you are, is awake consciousness in love, is freedom, is self-realization, is self-recognition. Everything you have been looking for in defining yourself as somebody and worth something and intending and going for and seeking is right here in the depth of your being, under all the lies, and has been here all along, and has been what has been fled from all along. This is the full circle. This is coming home. It's coming back to yourself, not going into a transcendent realm that you get to. It's returning back to what is always here and has always been here, but was fled from because of the definition of what nothing is. In our minds, nothing means non-existent. Absence, death. In our minds, when something becomes nothing, is vaporized, it no longer exists. And so if we are nothing, that means we don't exist, and that is horrifying. And so we would rather exist as something worthless that could perhaps someday develop some worth than to exist as nothingness, naturally. Our whole mechanism is designed to be something, somebody, who can get food and get shelter and pass the genes on. That's the nature of the animal. It's the nature of the species. It's the nature of flowers, the nature of trees, the nature of the stars. So really the challenge is the invitation, and that's to just drop through all the lies, to see the lies, because you really can't drop through them until you see them. To see them and drop your consciousness through them, to feel the burn and the pain and the ache and the horror of the delusion, the lying, the cheating, the, my God, and oh my God, and worse than all of that, the nothingness. And there is the secret.